We got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. These Benjamites who were great fighters. They were great prayer warriors. They knew how to invoke the presence of the Lord. They knew how to call down fire from the mountain. Ain't got no help yet. They understood a lily to be found in the valley and the bright morning star. But in all of that, the enemy has sealed their mouths. The enemy has bound their hands, and they were greater on the inside, but being tormented by their next door neighbor. Look at somebody, tell them, neighbor. Look at them real good and say, neighbor, I got some neighbors that's in my spirit, that's on my property, that God's got to move out of my life. Shout yeah! So here comes Benjamites who gone from being small to being insignificant, because there's a big difference in being small and being insignificant.
Yes, sir.
To be small means that God can pack a lot into the size of who you are. But to be insignificant means there's no more purpose in your life. And the Benjamites have begun to lose purpose of who they were, because they couldn't get rid of the Jebusites. Ain't got no help yet. I said they couldn't get rid of the Jebusites. I'm going to help you after a while. They couldn't get rid of the Jebusites. They couldn't serve an eviction notice. Ain't got no help yet. Maybe they went to the courthouse and found the right papers, but the Jebusites found a loophole in the documentation and say, I got a right to stay where I am. The Jebusites say, we ain't going nowhere. Ain't got no help yet. Ain't got no help yet. The Jebusites say, I don't care how saved you get, I'm going to stay right here. The Jebusites were so bold. The Jebusites will say, I don't care if you get married, you going to still love me. Ain't got no help yet. The Jebusites, they're so bold, they'll say, I know you're going to church, but call me when church is over, because I got something waiting on you. Ain't got no help yet. I said the Jebusites, they heard you say that man shall not live by bread alone, but they'll still send you a text. They say, can I take you to dinner? Ain't got no help. I said the Jebusites that's constantly hanging around when you were crying, here come the Jebusite and gave you a shoulder when you were lonely. Here come the Jebusite and gave you company when you had horns on your knee. Ain't got no help yet. Here come the Jebusite to take the horniness off. Somebody shout yeah! Somebody shout yeah, yeah! Somebody shout yeah! I better move on before I get in trouble. Look at somebody, say, neighbor, did you catch Bishop? Look at him good and say, neighbor, we'll take the horn off your knee. Look at somebody, say, neighbor, the Jebusite will hang around. The Jebusite will hang around. The Jebusite will hang around. Both of your knees waiting on your horn. I ain't got no help yet, but I got to get rid of the spirit of Jebusite that don't want to leave me alone. Shout yeah! Y'all set out.
All right, Bishop. You might as well do it.
I know the Benjamites.
All right.
I he told them, look here, I ain't fooling with you.
Glory.
Because that's what Benjamin always say. But the Jebusite was just waiting. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The Jebusite was just waiting. Y'all ain't saying nothing yet. The Jebusites were just waiting on the right moment so that they can have victory over your stuff. But look at somebody and tell them, neighbor. Look at somebody and tell them, neighbor. Look at some juju. Look at somebody and tell them, neighbor. I'm not going to hang out there. I'm not going to play with the Jebusite. I got to go to another level. Anybody going to a new level? Anybody going higher? Anybody getting stronger? Anybody getting wiser? Anybody getting better? Shout in this house. Shout in this house. Shout in this house. Y'all sit down, I'm almost done. The Bible says the Benjamites, they could not drive the Jebusites off of their territory. Y'all ain't saying nothing yet. Y'all quiet like y'all don't mind it being there. Look at somebody, tell them the devil is a liar. Look at them good and say the devil is a liar. They could not drive the Jebusites out of their life. And they said, well, we'll just leave them there. I don't care if my children mess around and marry their children. And they began to produce something that was never intended to be God's will. As long as it don't bother me, I ain't got no help yet. I don't care if it makes somebody, if it opens them up who are traveling in the evening, as long as they don't bother me. If they drag one of my sisters, if they drag one of my brothers, as long as they don't bother me. But I find the selfish devil. Not only do you have to defeat the enemy for yourself, but you got to defeat the enemy for the kingdom of God. Yeah. Shout yeah. Shout yeah again. Shout glory. Y'all sit down. I'm trying to get where we're going. And so he says, we don't mind if they hang out here as long as they don't bother me. Ain't got no help yet. As long as they don't cause no trouble. As long as they don't start no stuff. Ain't got no help yet. As long as they don't start acting crazy. But I heard David say, a few years thereafter, generations thereafter, I see King David. And David got a revelation. David said, wait a minute, we might not be Benjamites, but we're the tribe of Judah. And Judah is the praise of God. And maybe Benjamites couldn't beat the Jebusites, but I believe that my praise will take me where I'm going. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I can hear David declare that my praise can defeat the hands of the enemy. It's in my praise. When the praises go up, not only do the blessing come down, but the Old Testament principle says that God desires to dwell in the praises of his people. In other words, the more I praise the more God comes. 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 The more I praise him, the more my God comes. Until my God is so big, standing strong. Shout yeah, yeah. Shout yeah, yeah. Shout yeah. David said, I know David said, I got it. I'm not just fighting for the Benjamites. I'm not just fighting for Joseph, but I'm fighting for Reuben. I'm fighting for Simeon. I'm fighting for Levi. I'm fighting for Judah. I'm fighting for Naphtali. I'm fighting for Issachar. I'm fighting for Asher. I'm fighting for Dan. I'm fighting for the whole tribe and all of God's children. And we're going to win this time. And they marched up. They marched up, coming in the enemy's territory. They said, we see. Y'all ain't talking to me yet. And at this time, the Jebusites had already become king over the Benjamites' land. Ain't got no help yet. And the king is sitting up tall in his castle. And he's looking over the roof. And he sees David coming. And all of the praise words and all of Judah coming with their praise. Ain't got no help yet. Can I help you out? If you ever gonna go to war, you better make sure that your praise is marching with you. You better make sure that your praise is marching behind you. It's marching in front of you. Marching on the left. Marching on the right. Surround me with the praises of God. Shout yeah! Shout yeah! Shout yeah! Shout yeah! Here they come marching. I ain't got no help. Let me get some real praises. Let me get some real praises. Come on, let's turn together. Give me some real praises. Come here, y'all. Come here, evangelist. Give me some real praises. Yeah, yeah. Come here, evangelist. Give me some real praise. Give me some real praises. Get on over behind me. Come on, lady. Give me some real praises. I wish I had some more praises. Come on here, daughter. Come on, Zachariah. Come and read. Give me some real praises. We got to go. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. I can hear David declare, we got to go where Benjamin already been. The strong folk that was before us, they couldn't get victory. But God is calling me. God is calling us to go over again and come in with praise. To walk by faith and not by sight. You might not have money. You might not have favor. You might not have fortune. But your praise will do. Somebody shout praise. Somebody shout praise. Somebody shout praise. Come here, daughter. I need you on the marching team. I just felt something behind me. Come here, Mama Doc. I need you on the praise team. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They were marching over. They said, I'm going back to get my brother's stuff. I'm going back to get my daddy's stuff. It was promised to my great-granddaddy. And he passed it down to Isaac. He passed it on down to Jacob. And Jacob passed it down to Benjamin. And I'm going to take it back. It belongs to our family. The blessing of the Lord, the healing of the Lord, the peace of the Lord, the joy of the Lord. It belongs to our family. It belongs to us. It belongs to us. say that they scattered. They didn't tiptoe in the night. They didn't duck and they didn't dodge. But they got like the FAMU Wildcats. And they started marching. Ain't got no help yet. And they say, here we come. And they begin to march. Y'all come on, praise. They begin to march. And they walked all the way there. And they got there with the praise. Ain't got no help here. But they were still praising God. They were still praising God. This is how you get it all. This is how you take it back. You got to pray. Real soft. Real soft. The king of the Jebusites, he started looking over the balcony. He said, David, I see y'all down there. And if y'all think y'all gonna whoop me praising y'all God, he said, David, you got another thing coming. He said, you couldn't overtake me if I sent the blind, the crippled, and the lame. You still couldn't take it over. You still couldn't take it over. Watch this. David said, I tell you what. David turned around to his army. He said, I tell y'all what. He said, that king is trying to tell us that we ain't got no power. That old king is trying to tell us that we cannot shake his atmosphere. That king has forgotten who we are. Mama, not that king forgot who you are. He forgot that when he had pushed your back against the wall, that you didn't run, but you turned and you looked to the hills. So the enemy forgot who you are. When you lost your daughter and you could have lost your mind, you didn't run, but you turned and you looked to the hills. Sister Louise, that devil forgot who you are. When you face your own personal tragedies, you could have lost your mind. You could have said, I ain't going back to church. But you did not bow. But you turned and looked to the hills. Somebody shout, yeah. Somebody shout, yeah. Said, look here now. They got the gate protected. They got the valleys protected. They got the hillside protected. David said, but there's one area who can still get in. David said, we got to go up to the gutter. We got to go up to the gutters. David said, I need somebody that know how to climb. I need somebody that know how to elevate and go higher. Let me try this again. We got to go.